In this video, I will be showing you the steps on how to create ads on Facebook. So first, you need to make sure that you've already signed up for a business account. If you haven't done that, just go to business.facebook.com and set up your account. Now, if you already have an existing account, you can just go here and click this part here. You should see Ads Manager. Or you can pull up a new browser and go to business.facebook.com/ads manager. Once you do that, it should route you to this page and you can go ahead and start creating your ads. Now, one thing to remember is to select here the account that you need to use in creating that ad, especially to those who have a lot of business accounts that they're managing. Okay, so I'll choose my business account for this one. If you haven't done any ads on that particular account, you should see something like this. So you either click create button here or create ad here. It's the same. So let's start creating ad. When you hit on the create ad button, it would pop up a screen like this. In this screen, this is where you choose your campaign objective. Now, for each objective, there is this icon right here. You can just hover your mouse to each to see what are they for. Okay. Now, for this sample, I will choose brand awareness. Now, you will see that this part appeared underneath. This is optional, but I would like to name my campaign to avoid any confusion, especially for those who already have a lot of campaigns created on this section. So I will name mine. So for this sample, sorry, event. This is an event. I would like to put an ad for an event and it's a yoga session. I will put this name to all of these levels. Now you might be wondering what are these for? So this is your three levels in creating a ad. So you have your campaign level, your ad sets level, and your ad level. So your campaign level is your goal, okay? Which is for us, that's brand awareness, okay? Or for this sample, it's brand awareness. And then ad sets is your audience or your target. For ad set, that is your creatives or your contents, okay? So let's go ahead and continue. And there you have it. You have your campaign, your new campaign. Okay. So here I have the name, these special ad categories. These are like, for example, you're going to create a ad for a real estate listing that falls under these categories. So you need to select that. But for me, for this sample, um, this doesn't fall to any of these, so I'll just leave that blank. Okay. Next is your campaign details. This is defaulted to option, so even if you click on edit, that's your only option. Okay. Next is your campaign objective, which we've already selected earlier. But if you want to change it, you may do so. Just click edit and it will give you the same options earlier. Okay. Next is You have here show more options, which will give you campaign spending limit. This is really optional. It depends on your client, but you may also change this by clicking edit here. Okay. Now, A B testing. What is A B testing? If you click on learn more, you should see an explanation on how that works here. But um, basically, what A B testing is, this is what we call a split testing. What does this mean? So, for example, again, we have our campaign goal, which is um, brand awareness, right? Okay. So again, split testing, we are testing our ads. So for example, we have one ad or one image, I mean, for this ad. Okay. Now for split testing, say for example, we receive a response on that ad from group of people who's interested in, say, gym. We also receive response from people who are interested in yoga. And we also receive response from people who's interested in marathons. Okay. So what A/B testing is doing is that when you or when you turn it on, your um, you will receive a data which is testing out who has the most clicks. Is it the people who's interested from gym, or is it the people who are interested to yoga, or people who are interested to marathons? Okay, so basically, this is to test or compare your images, your videos, and your captions to check what really works. Okay, so now I'm gonna turn that on because I would like to, of course, see what is working. Now let's proceed to campaign budget optimization. Again, you can click learn more to check what it is. But basically, campaign optimization, according to the new update, it is recommended to be turned on. Why? Um, because here, I'll explain that. Say, for example, for this ad, you have a budget of 1,000. Okay. Say, for example, you received again response from this group and this group and this group. Okay. But the response that you get from this group, say, for example, you receive a response of maybe 15 response. And then here you receive 40 response. Um, and then say here you received just 5 response, for example. Okay. So what will budget optimization will do is it will budget your 1,000, and it will be automatically put to these responses. Okay, so meaning It will budget your money depending on where are the most reactions of your audience is coming from. All right. So that is budget optimization. So I would like to turn that on as well. And then next, we have campaign budget. So we have two options for this. We have daily budget and lifetime budget. Okay, depending on your client as well. But for me, for this sample, I'll just choose daily budget, and I think I will set that up to 25. Yeah, 30. Okay. All right. And then next, we have campaign bid strategy. You can't really do anything on this part because it's already defaulted to the lowest cost. You also have your ad scheduling, which is defaulted to run ads all the time. Okay, so that's your campaign level. You can go ahead and proceed to your ad sets level. You can either click it here or click next. Okay. All right. So here, this is where we can already set up your budget and schedule. So mine, I will put it to February 12th, Saturday, say 9, 9 o'clock in the morning. And then here um, you have your start, but you also have the option to set up your end date. Okay. Now here we go back to your campaign level. Remember we set up um, the level to daily budget level, right? So meaning, since our budget was set to a daily limit, you will have the option to set up an end date, but it's optional again because if there is no end date and if there's no end date, you can actually turn off the ad anytime. Okay. And of course, if you put an end date, then you accidentally close the ad before the end date, there is a possibility that you will get restricted. So, to be on the safe side, just don't put any end date. Okay. Ad said spend limits. This is also optional, depends on your client. And then here is where we can set up our audience now. Now, this custom audience, this is very specific, guys, but I don't prefer doing that. But it's up to you. If you are instructed to do this, then do it. Okay, so let's set up our location. I would like this to be in my location, which is Muntinlupa City. Age group would be, I would like to adjust this to 18, from 18 to, I guess, 35. And since my brand is active wears for women and it's a yoga event, I mean, I'm not saying that there's no guys who's doing yoga, but mostly my brand is for women's clothing, so I'll select women. And detailed targeting is where you can now target your audience. So, of course, I would like to put in here active wear there. Um, Other interests in, of course, yoga because it's a yoga event. People who are interested in exercising, aerobics there, um, physical exercise, um, um, sports, and so on and so forth. It depends on you, but you can actually choose more than these five options here. So here you have two buttons that says exclude or narrow audience. This is optional, it depends on you, but I don't want to do this. But if you want to exclude, say, any specific group of people, you can choose to click this and add other details. Now, languages, English, of course. Here, underneath languages, we have connections, which is all people. I won't touch that anymore, but you can actually edit that and specify something like, for example, um, you can choose people who are currently like or follow my page, and then I can put the page here. Okay, but I would like to skip that part for now. Okay, now this is my audience, and if in case that I would like to use this in the future, the same information on my next ad, you have the option to save the audience. Okay, and then next is your placement. Okay, placement, of course, automatic placements is what Facebook is recommending. But if you want, you can also choose the manual placements, which gives you these options to select whichever would work. Whichever devices or platforms you prefer. Then just specify it here by checking or unchecking the options. Okay, but for this sample, I'll just go for automatic. Okay, now just a tip. Are you you're seeing this audience definition? So a tip that I came across with is that you should maintain this in the middle, this green part here in the middle. Okay. Now, why? Because if you are too specific, let's say, there is a possibility that the ads is going to be more expensive. Okay. If it's too broad, on the other hand, it will no longer be targeted. Okay. So let's just be balanced and just maintain that in the middle. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's that. Again, placements, I'll just go for automatic placements. Um, Placements is to determine, or this will actually maximize your budget. So I'll just go for automatic. And then underneath that is optimization and delivery. This part here, you cannot really touch this, you cannot change it. It is all defaulted to this setup. So we're good with the ad set level. The exciting part is your ad level. Okay, this is the last level. So again, you can either click this tab here or click next. Okay, so again, Ad level is where we can set up our creatives or content. Okay, so I will start with the identity. That is my page. I'll choose this, and that will automatically be linked to my Instagram, which I prefer. Branded content is where, say for example, I had or that specific ad is in partnership or in collaboration of someone who has a Facebook as well. So just search it here. So for example, for my event, I did put that it's in partnership of a certain organization. So let's say active um, fitness active team, if I'm not mistaken. You can put that here and it will show the page. Okay, but for me, I don't really want to do that. I'll just skip that for this one, even though it's in my ad. That's okay. Now, ad setup is where your images or your videos will come in. Okay, so there are different format. We have single image or video, carousel, collections. Um, for a group of items, or I mean for collections, it's a group of items that opens into a full screen on mobile experience. Um, I wasn't able to prepare a sample, but for carousel ad, it should look something like this. There. This is how it should look like. Okay. But for this sample, I would like to go for a single image, but I will show you how videos looks like as well. So for this single image video, so for full screen mobile experience, you can customize or you can choose what type of specific interface you would like this ad to have when people are going to see it using their mobile. As you can see, if you zoom in, it will give you a preview at what it would look like, right? Storytelling, sell products, and so on. But I am going to skip this for now. Just want a simple one like this. And then I'll go ahead and choose image first, and then I'll show you the video later on. So I'll choose this. This is the ad that I've created for the event. So I would like this one in the middle, original. All right. Okay. So here we have primary text. This is where our caption is going to go. Okay. Before that, I do have a quick tip. For ads, it will have caption and creatives, which is either your photos or your videos, right? So for captions, this should target um, the emotions of the audience. Okay. And then for the creatives or your videos or your images, this should be the solution, right? And then, for example, you will put there send a message. So, message is where you will nurture your audience, right? So, it's just a quick tip. I mean, there's a lot of strategy out there, but this is, I think, it's the most basic one. Okay. Now, going back, I have prepared a caption here. There you go. So this is how it would look like. Okay. And then I want to add um, a URL, but it's totally up to you if you want to add one. It's optional. So for me, I want to add one. So I will say, for example, put in the Instagram account of the business. Let me just get that link. And you can put it here, right? You see, this part here changed. Okay, now let's put in a headline for that. Let's put the name of the brand there. See, it actually changed. For the description, it's optional. You don't need to have description. For me, I would skip this as well for now. And then display link, it's up to you, but I'm happy with how it looks like now. But you can add one and it would show the link here. But again, I will skip that. And then call to action is this button here. You have a list of options of what you would like to do. For me, I would like to choose sign up because they need to register to this session so that their names will be included to the event. Okay, language for translations, you can skip this. I'll skip this as well, but if you want to add translations to your post, this is where you add that. Okay, and then here are other setups. Um, these are updates, I believe, but we don't really need this. So basically, we're ready. Okay, we're ready to publish this, and this is how it would look like. Okay, now for example, before we proceed, we're basically finished. I would like to show you how it would look like, or how, or what are the options if you choose video. Okay, so either you can create a video or you can add video. Okay, the only difference is that you have the option to add a link, business video, basically taking it from other platforms. For example, from YouTube, you can put the URL right here, or you can upload a video directly from your file in the computer. So that's just the difference. Okay. All right. So we're basically done, but I won't click publish because I don't have a card associated to this account. But I will show you how it would look like. Say you've clicked published, or once you click publish, what you will see here, okay, it will route you um, to your to your draft or dashboard. I mean, okay. So once you hit that publish button, it will show here in review. Okay, so review process is usually based on what I've researched. Usually it's 2 minutes minimum to 24 hours maximum. Okay, now why is it being reviewed? Well, because Facebook will need to make sure that it is within their community standards. Okay, so once it's approved, you will see their active here. You see the active status. But if you will see disapproved highlighted in red, it wasn't approved, obviously. Okay. Now, based on my research as well, if in case that the ad was disapproved, um, don't even try to appeal for it. That's what they say. Okay, but you can appeal. You may appeal for it. However, again, it's not recommended because most of the ad creators suggest not to, and they just said that just delete it and create a new one. Okay, why? This is to prevent lowering down the quality of your account and to prevent being restricted. So, yep, that's basically it for creating a Facebook ad.